Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Tip Tuesday. Today's tip is all about one of my favorite drinks for the morning, coffee. Now, there's a reason I chose this for today, especially, is today is National Coffee Day. So happy National Coffee Day, everyone. But I do love my coffee. I have a cup or two every morning, and it really is something that just it starts off my morning just right. And I've been drinking coffee since I was about 16 years old. And while that maybe sounds like not the healthiest choice, there's some health benefits to drinking coffee, including people who drink coffee have lower rates of heart disease, stroke, possibly Alzheimer's, and colon cancer. So coffee's not such a bad thing, but 16, well, there is a story behind that. And that story is when I was 16, my family and I took a cross-country vacation, driving vacation. And as a 16-year-old, I had just gotten my license a few months earlier. And I think my dad thought it would be good experience for me to get some highway driving time. So once we got out to the really flat part of the country and straight shot highway, he let me drive. Now, I always looked up to my dad, and my dad always had a cup of coffee with him. And he had a cup every morning, and especially beside him when he was driving. And I thought, well, I always looked up to him. If he could have coffee and he was driving, so could I. Now, I think he let me try it because he knew coffee's a little bit bitter, and he thought as a 16-year-old, I probably wouldn't like it so much. Well, little did he know, I did like it. And I've pretty much had a cup of coffee every morning since then. I do enjoy it. It really does get me going in the morning. It gives me a boost. But today, what I thought I'd do is give you 3 tips for how to jazz up your coffee a little bit. Sometimes you don't like it just plain. And there's 3 simple things that you can do at home. You don't have to go to a coffee shop to get these extra flavors added. One is cocoa powder. This is super easy. All you do is take my coffee grounds here. This is what I'm going to put in my coffee filter. It's enough for 1 cup. And with 1 cup, I add a 1/4 teaspoon of cocoa powder. Mix it in really, really well so that it just kind of blends in with the coffee grounds. And then I will put that in my filter and brew my coffee. And what comes out is a nice kind of mocha smelling coffee, and it tastes really good. Add a little bit of, I add 2% milk to it. If you like half and half, a little bit of that, and give it a little bit of more of a velvety, smooth texture, but really good. Great way to start off the morning. Another trick that you could do is to add an extract. A little bit of this goes a long way. I have some vanilla, some orange or peppermint, whatever your flavor mood is. A drop is really all you need to a brewed cup of coffee, but it will also help kind of boost the flavor just a little bit. Final thing, and this is super easy, and you can do it a couple of different ways. I have a nutmeg here, and you can kind of just shave a little bit into your coffee, or shave it into those grounds like that and brew it in with the grounds. Nutmeg works great. I have some cinnamon here. Same thing, I can either tap a little bit on top or mix it into the grounds and brew it that way. And then you get a nice cinnamony flavored coffee, which is wonderful for the fall. So those are my tips for today. Little ways to how to kind of jazz up your morning coffee if you're in the mood for something a little different. So happy National Coffee Day. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. I will see you next week.